had a limit, this account would have at most decayed to Plat 4. If the new seasons didn't reset you literally 2 or 3 brackets, this account would be Plat 4 above. I mean, look at that. That's 270k mastery points on Urgot. This is not an account I've only played lightly. I've played more Urgot on this account than most players have played Urgot ever. I bet half of the Urgot mains out there have less experience on Urgot than I do on this account. Does Ginsu's on have to half the full in the W? Yes. Because it's an on-hit effect. All on-hit effects are reduced by half. The thing is, Ginsu's Rage Blade is still worth it for Urgot if you are going to stack the crit. There are certain builds, I think, with the new season where you can stack crit and it'd be great. Because first of all, Kraken Slayer has crit on it. Ginsu's has crit on it. Runin's has crit on it. And I think there's a couple other minor items you could get that have crit on it that are just crazy. Graves can't ADC, I agree. That doesn't mean that they can't win it down there. Eve, you a hoe. Literally? So we're 2-1 against the 450k point Yasuo, and the best part is that you won. Mastery points don't necessarily say skill. There are people who are literally bronze who have 2 million mastery points on champions that they play. I just want to shove this in. I don't care that I could potentially find a kill here. I'd rather just shove this in and ward. So Nunu can definitely provide some strong ganks early on. Good news is I got a little bit of MR and they won't be able to kill me. This might be a game where I'm going to start Merc Treads Inspector's Cal and then go for a Cleaver. It would definitely eliminate Ornn's early game advantage against me. Because it's basically that his base values are ridiculous. Oh, Cleaver Rush is definitely on the agenda. It's just the question of whether I'm going to get some MR items first or not. Honestly, I think MR items is the better call because once I hit 9 with the MR items, I should just be able to win any trade. Pre-9, I don't win against him anyways. And I can't finish Cleaver before 9. Nice. They did get the first blood. Looks like they'll get another. Should get another. Nice. Too bad the Senna got that, but Senna is a good champion to have money. Okay, God damn, look at the fucking length of the knockup he has. Easier ability to land longer CC than mine. And unfortunately for me, I didn't get him under the turret. If I got him under the turret, I'm pretty sure I could have killed him. This fucker built items. What? Hold on a second, wait, what? That was really fucking confusing. So he charged early, which meant that he had a 0% chance of landing a knock-on. Interesting enough, I probably could kill him. I do have just barely enough mana to do it, but let's just... That's what we'll do. MR, refill. That was a waste. I wasted a lot of mana with that. And unfortunately, my lane is... Oh, this could still be pushing towards me. Might not be, though. Trying to use legs that don't have shotguns. Cannon, please. Focus. Focus. So far, so good. I've avoided using almost every shotgun. That. Fuck it, let's just shove. I'm 6. How frustrating is that? His base values just wreck me at this point. But that's Ornn for you. It's also stupid, like, all of his damage is magic damage and he still wrecks. I have... Fuck. Unfortunately, I did burn teleport. My E timing is good, at least. That's the one thing I got going for me, and he's almost out of mana. One kill, can they get enough? The hell? Now you don't have any mana. Guess what you can't do without mana? And he has to back now. I don't know why he did that. That was a waste. He should have just backed, taken the free back then. Is this guy serious? Why? You don't have mana. I honestly don't get why he's doing this. He could find an opportunity to just go back and buy, and instead he's just constantly shoving it in with no mana. You're gonna do it again? Now there's a cannon. Now you can't. What the fuck? Now this is just stupid. He's not gonna be able to push this in before I get back. Or he will, because that tiny amount of mana he has is enough to actually use his kit. I have exactly one ability I could use at the amount of mana he's at. Exactly one. I have to pick. I can either use my W, or I can use my E, or I can use my Q. And he keeps using abilities. What the fuck? His abilities just have no cost? And you see how much mana he just got back? He was actually low enough where I don't think he was going to be able to... Fuck. I'll take a kill. I don't get what the fuck that is. How the fuck is this Ornn still here and pushing? Balmy Cinder's not enough to shove away. You need abilities. He's casting abilities that cost him no mana whatsoever and do AoE damage. See, you want to know the thing that makes Malphite fair? He has mana costs. After a while, you want to know what happens to Malphite? He runs out of mana. What a novel idea.
An ally has been slain.
Have something that limits the champion's ability to do shit. And you want to know the other thing that Ornn has that Malphite doesn't have? A ranged initiation. Malphite needs to risk everything to go in. Ornn can throw his R out if it whiffs. Okay, walk away. No need to risk a damn thing. King of tanks. No. There are tanks and then there's Ornn. Ornn is a different champion. Ornn is not a tank. He is this weird bruiser tank hybrid that doesn't exist for any other champion in the game. He's the only tank in the game that does this sort of. He's the only tank in the game right now that can compete with bruisers head to head the entire laning phase. He's the only one. No other tank can. Connected into those. So that's awesome. I hit his pillar, even though I was definitely clear of it. It looks like my leg must have stubbed it. Thank you. Nice shot there, Evelyn. Just what I needed. Ornn, I do have enough time to shove this in. Even if his teleport's up, he's down for another 20 seconds. That's enough to get a plate as well. Yep. More than enough time to get a plate. Bye. God, I love doing that. That's my favorite back right there. I got a plate, and I left, and he got to wave goodbye as I left. Any PvE games today? We had one to start, then PvE went down. In 2 games, we'll try again. 1 kill. Can she get another? But she won't die. Alright, Ornn, I'm 9. Post 9, I think I can kill you now. Once I have Cleaver, it'll be guaranteed. And so it means once my Cleaver's up, I am back in the teleporting. The pillar formed right as my E came up. I need to back away.
Turret plating will soon fall.
One more shotgun! God damn it, couldn't get it. I'm dead. Now he lives. Just couldn't get that last shotgun off. But that's enough money for Cleaver, which means next time he is dead. And I do have teleport, so if he sticks around, he's dead too. Just letting him know. You're not getting out of this, buddy. And good, there's no more plates for him to take, so he's not even getting any real advantage from this. Yes, Conquer does make more sense for the tanks. I've just gotten so used to just taking PTA for everything that I'm missing out on it. Oh god, what are you doing? Oh, you're dead. Yes, what a surprise the Ornn isn't that bright. I'm saying PvE, but this might as well be for the skill level of my opponents. Sure, he got the turret. I'm 4 kills deep, and I teleported and joined and helped my team. If you're playing a tank, this is what you should be doing. I'm a bruiser. I should be taking turrets. You're a tank. You should be joining your team. Ah, fuck. If only my R slowed him down as much as my W slowed me down, I would have killed him. It's kind of funny, my W self-slow is actually stronger than my R slow when my victim's at less than half their health. It says, slowed 4 seconds for up to 75% based on the victim's health, but he had a quarter of his health and he was moving faster. And it's not like I don't have upgraded boots. I have upgraded boots. He still ended up moving faster. 75% slow, less than 40% slow. Didn't Ornn slow me? Not at that point. At that point, he had nothing up. What the fuck is this surrender vote? Oh god, we have a set mid. And he's 3-8 against Fizz. Okay, so bruisers are actually really good against assassins. So how the fuck are you 3-8? Also, it looks like our bot lane is actually losing to the Graves. Also, it is amazing how the Ornn is able to still fight and kill me when I'm 4-2 with Cleave. Isn't that amazing? Excuse me, I was 4-1 at the time. I was 4-1 at the time, and he was able to kill me when I had my whole kit up.
An ally has been slain.
Seriously, are there any tanks other than Ornn that can do that? The answer is no. There are no other tanks that can do that. Ornn is the only tank in the game that can match my Urgot post-9. He's also the only tank in the game that can fuck my Urgot over pre-9 100% of the time. No other tank can.
Enemy killing spree.
Am I out? Or am I still screwed? I'm out! Too fast! Thank goodness Nimbus Cloak is good for something still. It's actually a really good buy right now. This will shut down the Ornn forever. The Ornn can now no longer fight. This item ends it, because the majority of Ornn's damage comes from his W and his pass. And if he can only use it at full effect once, he can't do shit. Shen probably could, not post 9. Post 9 he's fucked. There's literally nothing Shen can do against me post 9. Not joking, there is nothing Shen can do. It is a dead lane post 9. The only way it's not a dead lane is if he was stomping before 9. Which can happen. Shen is definitely much stronger than Urgot pre-9. But Urgot does also have some kind of... Jesus Christ, our Vayne is losing in the 1v1 versus the Graves AD carry, who our AD carry said can't AD carry. Like I said, he can't fight me at all now. You notice the difference in power, the stark difference in power here? Come on, charge into this, I dare you. But that's sort of the fucked up part, isn't it? That I needed to get, not just Cleaver so I could cut through him, but Adaptive Helm so he doesn't cut through me. He only needs to itemize exactly one thing to win this lane. I need to make 2 different items just to have a chance at beating him. And keep in mind, that's a chance to beat him.
I am the very definition of a self-made man.
Only thing, the coolest thing Ornn can do is become unstoppable during your ultimate using a basic ability. I don't think that's awesome at all. I think there shouldn't be any basic abilities that can ignore Urgot R. Ultimates only, and even then I feel like it should be extremely limited. We should be going for that dragon. Ornn up. Big fear! Big league fears! Oh. There was a Nunu in that brush. That's an AP Nunu, isn't it? It's not. Oh, cool. Well, they lost the fight. I am so happy I got an Adaptive Helm there. You see how much damage they threw my way? The fact that the Fizz and Ornn did over 2,000 damage to me shows they had to invest a lot. And that investment in me was not invested in other champions. Oh, nice. Oh. Good enough. We got the dragon. I think she's fine. Oh my god, she is. What the fuck did that Grave just do? Graves? You home? Anybody in there? So Olaf's balanced? No. Olaf has very different problems. Like, when it comes to CC immunity and CC reduction, I feel like Urgot's E is actually done perfectly. 0.25 seconds to avoid CC. That's it. That's all the time you get. If you don't time it perfectly, you get nothing out of it. Hell, it can fucking backfire like crazy, because also keep in mind it's a dash. You can easily find yourself dashing the wrong direction and dying. Can't go any further. The Graves keeps pushing, though I am going to kill him. He's only level 12. Okay, so word gets placed. Ah, the Graves left. Surprise! You dead, boy, now. Cute damage, though. Really cute damage. Bot lane it is. Just letting him know Fizz is clearly heading that way. Yeah, there you see. Right now their Fizz is strong. So my team needs to be wary. It's a fixed dash, yes. Which also means that you can't flash while it's happening. Which is a restriction that very few champions have. Oh my god, that was fucking beautiful. Now, if only I could get a little bit more fucking damage off. I did finally kill him, but good god, did it take a lot of effort. That E timing was perfect. But unfortunately, I was CC'd for 6 seconds. And you know, the saddest part is, 4 of those seconds was Thresh. 4 of those seconds was just the 2 hooks Thresh landed on. Which, by the way, it's insane he was able to throw 2 hooks in that very short fight. So one thing that Riot really needs to do with Thresh. First things first, get rid of the Lantern. That ability makes Tahm Kench's Devour seem balanced. Second, that hook shouldn't have a reduced cooldown if you land it. If anything, the cooldown it currently has should be doubled if you miss. That's how it should work. They got Baron too. Damn, I'm incredibly fed, but... I mean, the fact that I couldn't kill the Thresh during that time. Not easily, it took literally everything. You would watch a 2-hour tier list. It would take a lot more than 2 hours for me to discuss every champion and all the problems involved in them. It would be a full stream. And then I'd be like, okay, we got through half the list. Time to work on the other half. Team's not in position, though, so I don't think there's any reason for me to TP. And Evelyn just got scared out. I'm just going to go for the turret. There's no point in me teleporting now. There's that too. That blind is such a fucked up ability. When the blind hit me, the Ornn was basically here. That's how much health he had. And the blind allowed the Ornn to live. And yes, unfortunately for us right now, the Graves is much stronger than our Vayne. I love how hilarious it was that our Vayne said, oh, Graves can't AD carry. Yeah, he's doing a hell of a lot better than you. He's starting to make me think maybe Vayne's not a champion that should be played as an AD carry. Maybe everybody should be going Graves. I'm kidding, it's not. Our Vayne's just bad. The Graves had no business getting this fed. Our set is also really bad. How the fuck you go 4 and 12 on set against an assassin? I don't understand. Need something against him. is actually the most sensible option here. Look at that fucking damage. I mean, he went full lethality. This is just so bad. This is just... It was bot and mid difference that killed us more than anything. Though their Nunu being 12 and 5 is an embarrassment for the Evelyn. It's an embarrassment for the Evelyn. It's an embarrassment for our mid lane. It's an embarrassment for our bot lane. It's basically an embarrassment for everyone on our team, though. Because the Nunu never really did anything to me. I still ended up very fed that game. What can you do when you're bottom mid lane feet? Your AD carry is supposed to be your team fight damage. Your mid lane is supposed to be either your burst or your secondary damage. And neither of those champions lived up to it. Our Senna probably did more than either one of them. Still gonna beat Evelyn. She could have played better, yeah, but I don't think this game's on her. There's our problem. Our lowest damage carry on our side, the Vayne. The highest damage carry on their side, the Graves. Yeah. Oh well. Let's quickly check if the PB's up. The answer is almost